Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to finish up a few things on the masts and we're going to start getting them installed. Maybe even start a little bit of rigging. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family and welcome back to my bench. So like I said in the opener, we're going to start doing the masts, right? We're going to get these things completely glued back together and get them all squared up. As you can see, if you put these in, right, get this down inside there, right. Now if I hold one still, this one's not actually too bad, so that's a bad example. But if I go with the top piece, right, get this in there. Now you can actually see, look how much that's moving. You know, like it's moving all around. So we're going to have to glue this thing in so that it's completely, you know, square to the rest of it, right? And of course, this plane here is straight, right? Because as you can see, everything wiggles around. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that on all three of them, right? So I have to make this, you know, easy it falls apart. Okay, so we have to make sure that this thing is straight this way, right? And then we also have to make sure that they're all on the same plane and all that stuff. Then we can get these things and they will get this one here, this one in particular. It's too close to everything. This is where it's going to start getting fun because, well, the yards are going to start hitting everything. But anyway, so we're going to have to get these all put in. It's settled down right tight, glued in, make sure that everything else is sitting straight and parallel. This is going to be hard to film, but everything's got to be sitting, you know, straight and proper and upright and facing the right direction. Now we're going to have to do that with all three of them. I got this one to do. I got this one to do. All right. So we got the foremast, the main mast you just saw, and then we got the mizzen mast. Or wait, this one's the mizzen mast. This one's the foremast. But anyways, so yeah, we're going to have to get them all done. All right. So I'm going to get those all glued up. I'm going to get them situated in, and then we're going to start with these very cheap, I've already cut them apart, they're really hard to see because they're thin. These are what we have for rat lines, okay? So I got to trim all this stuff up, you know, so it's just these angled ones. So I got to trim all the outside stuff up. Then I got to figure out how they want me to actually attach these to the dead eyes, right? Because that'll go there. And that'll sit something like that, right? So these have to get attached. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. All of these here have to get attached to these here, right? All the way along on all three masts, and the same thing. I've got a 3. This is a 5 line, as you can tell. This one's a 3 line, and then once you get up higher, we've got a 2 line. So all three of them have to do this on both sides, right? So I'm going to figure that out, and I know there's a couple I got to fix because some of the cross lines, these cross lines here have come loose and come unglued. As you can see, this one here is only hanging on by literally a thread. All right, only one left, so I'll have to get those glued on as well, and some are on the bottom that are missing and things like that. So I'm gonna have to get them fixed up, get them all trimmed up, and then when I've got the masts glued up and working on the shrouds and rat lines, I'll come back and I'll show you where I'm at. Then there's a couple of these loose ones that need to go in. This one here, there's two of these, but one goes here, and then there's a shorter one that has to go. I'll show you here. This one here has to go like this. And of course, I'm too close to the thing over there, so this one has to go here. And again, this one can swivel, so we have to glue that one in so it's nice and straight. And then there's another one that hooks onto here and sits there, and that one will have to be glued in as well. And there's a few other little odds and ends, but as I go, I'll come in, I'll show you where I'm at, give you a bit of an update, and then we'll get to it. So before we get to it, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell button, and make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on anything. If you want to help out the channel, I have a PayPal link down in the description, and I do have a Teespring store that you can pick up merch from. Also, if you want to see sneak peeks of what's going on, make sure that you follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are down in the description. And if you have any comments or thoughts, hey, please leave them down in the description. I love reading them all. So with all that, I'm going to get to this. I will see you in a few. Hello, everybody. So, as you can see, I'm not at the black bench anymore. I'm at the purple bench. And for good reason, because I needed more space. But as you can see here, I've started putting in all the chains. Actually, I've got in all the chains. So we got one from here, comes down, and comes up over here. Right? Then we got this one that comes down, goes across into the same spot. Now, it's probably hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. I've got one that goes from here, it comes across, right? And then same thing on the other side, goes from the same spot, goes across on the other side. Then I've got the bottom one here, all right? Comes down to here. Then I've got these two lines, okay? These ones, one set on each side. So we got one that comes here, comes across to where the anchor mounts, comes across to a set of dead eyes. And then there's another one that comes from this spot across, hooks onto the where the anchor hangs and connects, and then same thing on the other side. That took quite a while. I've got, I'm not sure what else. Actually, I don't think I showed you anything. So I'm going to move my camera here. So sorry if it's a little shaky, but this is about the easiest way for me to film anything for you. So I got one line here, comes from the middle of the mast. As you can see, that's your foremast, all right? And it's all glued together now. So I've got one line coming from here, comes down to the front. Then I've got a line from the crow's nest area, comes down, double line, right? Comes into a set of blocks. Now, if you're building this ship, sorry about that. If you're building this ship, I screwed up, okay? I wasn't sure what this stuff was for. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a bunch of these smaller ones and two bigger ones. And yeah, I kind of figured out that these two bigger ones are actually supposed to be right there. So when I go to do the rest of my, I'm assuming, running rigging, I'm going to be missing 4 of the double blocks. So I'll have to figure something out. Hey, I've got some extra wood ones. I may have to just use them, and hopefully nobody will notice. I'm not about to tear this all apart to put these cheap plastic ones in. Now, as speaking for those cheap plastic ones, once I figured out what these things were, I painted them all up, and I used them where I needed them down here. Now, I've still got 2 on this side, and I've got 2 on the other side, and that's going to be for, if you look at the screen here, I got 2 lines here and 2 lines here. They will come through the mast and come across. So those ones will come through 2 of them up here. As you can see the holes. There's 2 there. And these 2 right here. And again, 2 will come to this side, to these ones. And 2 will go to the other side. Okay. So, yeah, there's that there. So if you're building that, you come across these, that's what they are. They're actually preformed dead eyes with the ropes in them. So paint them up, use them. Now from there, I've got all my lower rat lines on all the way across. I know they're hard to see, but I've got them all on. Okay, on both sides, right? And I've got the middle rat lines in all the way across on both sides. Now I still got to put these upper ones on. They go from here and they'll go up here somewhere, right, on all of them. So I got those to put on. I've got this stay line, forward stay line, goes down to the dead eye bolts, right? And then there's another set of lines that goes up, and it just goes to this one. Now, same thing back here. Comes to an anchor point just behind here, right there. Now there's one set that goes up, or one line that goes up here, same spot up to that one. And then there's one that comes from there and goes down. Now that's all the forward heavy stay lines. Okay, now as you can see on here, there's a lot of lighter forward stay lines. Right. Once we get those done, then we've got all of these over here, and those are called the rear or aft stay lines. Some of them are heavy, some of them are light, and they will be going from these dead eyes here up to various points all the way up the mast. Okay, on every one of them. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be working on in the next video, along with the light forward stay lines. Right, I'll get them all in, and I may even start on the back ones, and probably a few other things. I have not put these yard arms in, either one, on any of them, just to give me a little extra room doing the inner stuff. Now, I don't remember if I showed you, but I've got these ones done up as well. All right, so those are all done. Now, I did take out a pin rail right up front here. Okay, took this off, so I'll glue that back in, no problem. And it would be nice if these plans, because it says right here, all right, cement remaining pin rail to the deck after your 4 stays have been rigged, which are these 4 pins, these 4 eye bolts in the deck. All right, there's 4 of them there. This goes over top of it. Okay, sits right over top. So they don't tell you that when you're building the main part of the ship. Okay, they don't tell you that that you should leave it off. They don't tell you until you're doing the rigging. So I popped it off. Luckily, it came off fairly easily. Not a big deal. So that's where I'm at, and that's probably where I'm going to leave you for this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I love reading all your comments, and I try to reply back to each and every one of them. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, right? If you are subscribed, thank you to all my subscribers, my new ones and my old ones. I wouldn't be here doing this if it wasn't for you. I'd be just sitting in my dark dungeon doing this stuff for myself, and nobody else would see any of it, right? So please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on anything. You can also go check out some of the other ships I'm working on and cars that I've done. And if you want to see updates before these videos, make sure you're following me on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are down in the description, so give them a follow. And if you want to help out the channel in any way, I do have a PayPal me link down in the description, and I do have a Teespring store with merch in it, so if you want to pick yourself up something, go check that out. All of that helps, and some of the biggest help that you can do to any of your favorite YouTubers that you love watching is to watch the entire video. View duration is one of the biggest helps that you can do to your favorite YouTubers. So please, watch all the entire video of anybody that you're watching. Hit that like button. Definitely comment. All of that stuff is a huge, huge help. So with all that being said, no matter what you're doing and how long it's going to take you to do it, one step at a time, you'll get it done, but always build it your way. And until next time, later.